Charlie, it was a well-earned point on Tuesday night, a really tough place to go with a team fighting for their lives down there at the bottom. That seemed to be, one of those games where we did everything but pick up the second goal.
Yeah, spot on with what you've just said. First of all, it is a tough place to go on a Tuesday night, and I want to point out for the 300 fans to come up on a Tuesday night is absolutely outstanding, by the way. But yeah, it was one of them days where we felt like we created and tried to do everything possible, but the goal go in. But listen, it's a good point on the road, and it's another point on the board in the right direction of which we're where we want to get to.
I've said it to a number of the lads who I've interviewed after every point at this moment in time is an important one, isn't it? And it's all about constantly adding to that total, isn't it?
That's spot on again. Every point is a big and a good point, whether that's 1 point or 3 points. And exactly like you just said, we've got 11 games to go, and every point now is going to be massive.
You mentioned plenty of chances in that second half. You had a number yourself. Do you think that personally is that what's missing for you at the moment? Do you think the goals are perhaps the one thing that you would like to add more to your game in this season?
Yeah, definitely. I was just speaking out there. I feel like last season that's what put me at a better stead, them goals and the assists. But listen, the chances are coming, and I'd be questioning myself if I weren't getting in them positions, and if I weren't getting them chances, then I'd be looking at myself thinking, what am I doing wrong? But what I've got to look at is keep getting into them spaces, keep getting into them chances, and sooner rather than later they will turn into goals. But yeah, definitely from a personal perspective, that's the one thing in my game this season that I would have liked to add more of.
We've seen it a number of times this season where perhaps yourself, Jamie, Sturkey, Collins, everyone's been rotated, and we've had a change of shape in recent weeks, but that comes with competition, and the competition's incredibly healthy, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. I said earlier on in the season we've got such a good squad, and you need a good squad to go and achieve things what we want to achieve, and that's the best thing you want. You want competition within the group and within the players, because no one's negative about it, no one's a bad egg about it. Everyone encourages each other, whether you're playing or whether you're not playing. Everyone encourages you to go and do well, and that's the best thing about this group. It's good.
And with 11 games to go, I know we take every game as it comes, but it is solely about focusing on ourselves and doing the job that's at hand from our own perspective, isn't it?
Definitely. We can only control what we can control, and that's ourselves. And exactly like I say, yeah, we've got 11 games to go, but we do take each game as it comes, and the next one is Saturday, which is another big opportunity for us at home.
I'm going to say, back at home, the support you mentioned right at the start, but at home as well, it's been absolutely phenomenal. A 12:30 kick-off in front of the cameras. Grimsby themselves, fighting to be just inside the playoffs. I think they're just outside at the moment, so set to be another challenging but really entertaining game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good game. It's going to be a tough game. Like you say, they're doing well themselves, trying to get in the playoffs. But for us being at home with our home fans, it gives you that extra 5-10%, as I've said previously. And I hope they do see that, and I hope they do believe that, because it actually does help us. Like I say, an early kick-off at 12:30 at home with all our fans, it's set to be a good game.